So today is Thursday, June 8th. Trap 6 is a catch, a confirmed catch, with not a witness moved in. I don't know what happened. I was checking it quite a bit, but since they can land and get in 20 minutes, and that was probably over an hour and a half sometimes, then it's possible I missed the big one, or they just trickled in like what I was seeing. But anyways, it's a confirmed catch, so the ratchet strap's on it so it can be moved tonight, and we'll go over moving it just like I have in the past, except this one's going to be a little bit different because it's going to be going into a 5-frame nuke because it's a small one, and frankly I'm running out of equipment. So the next step will be taking it to the B yard, and then we'll go from there, but that'll be in the evening. All right, so good evening, June 8th. We brought catch number 3 up here. It's a small one. It's going to go into a 5-frame nuke, and we'll just stack it that way. So probably 5 over 5 going into winter, which equals a single. I'm just running out of high bodies, to be honest with you, and I'm not going to. That one could have gone in a 5-frame. That one maybe could have gone in a 5-frame, so I'm not going to give up my last 10-frame for these small catches. So far, interesting year. We are catching small ones at the beginning of the season instead of the huge ones. So anyways, had to do some work on the trap here because if you watch my other videos, I believe that the entrance should be facing the same direction. And since I don't have space, this trap had to go in sideways. Remember, the entrances are in the front, so had to drill a hole on site. Funny thing is I was actually thinking about doing that this winter, having an alternative entrance just in case where I might want to position these swarm traps. I may not always want the front entrance. So I got some colored discs in stock that I use for my quilt boxes, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that with all my swarm traps. Put a side entrance on the same entrance as the same side as the entrance on the front, which will help with venting because the disc will have a vent, so that'll be cool. But anyways, good night to be out. We got some bearding, a little bit at 5. If they come out of there, they're gonna struggle because they're not used to that entrance, so I think that's the one flying around. Anyways, 1 is kind of quiet, 3's quiet. That's another catch. But if you saw my other video on my 9-frame spacing and how I offset the supers, I explained at the end. So that keeps the colony cooler, these massive colonies that are in honey production, and it also helps to dry the honey, helps them to dry the honey. So I also said that rain won't get in there, and they won't let pests in, and there won't be robbing, and you can see why that is. They really block those off. Even during the day, you can see them guarding it. So hopefully they appreciate it, and you can see next door, not even as tall, but look at the entrance, and then look at the entrance on 4. Of course, they're all up here, but this has helped help drying my honey and cooling the colony. So anyways, the next part of this video, you'll see the install into a 5-frame nuke, and we'll see what we caught in Trap 6, Grand Rapids, city limits. Thanks for watching. Good night. All right, so here we are, catch 3 of the year. Caught a couple days ago, moved 2 nights ago. I want to see pollen going in. This is a small one. They are not taking much syrup. As you can see,
We are running out of room. We are running out of equipment. Which are high-class problems, and I'm not complaining. As I've been doing with the other ones, I'm not going to smoke right away. I'm going to see how they're behaving. I don't believe this is going to be a tight fit. I'm going to be giving them at least one frame. Nothing happening there. In they go. Very little going on there. You gotta remember they've been here 2 days, so orientation flight's a day ago, and so there's good to see. In the bottom there, those different colored, that's pollen. And the nectar that's coming in is already dark. Which tells me next weekend I need to get my honey supers off, start extracting the spring before it transitions too much to the summer. It's gonna be very hard to see any eggs. I will tell you that the queen, in my experience, tends to like the new drawn comb as far as her laying options when she first starts. So again, no smoke. It's lit if I need it, but I'm gonna stop reaching for it. This frame's pretty heavy. I would like to see it heavier. There's some bright orange pollen. I'm not going to look for the queen too much. If I see her, great. And it's tough to even find evidence of a laying queen right now, because she probably laid or is just getting ready to start laying in that freshly drawn comb. Which is incredibly difficult to see. So yeah, it's a small one. Here's their donated frame from a dead out. Started falling apart on me. So put some rubber bands on it, hold it in place, they'll fix it up. I got them from Dollar General, the rubber bands. They're called Postal. About 3.5 inch by 1/4 inch, something like that. All the new catches are going to get a pollen patty, less than a ½ pound. Probably should have given it to the other catches earlier. There is pollen in there. Pollen helps them raise their young though. I'm going to smoke these down a little bit, just so I'm not squishing too many bees. Pollen patties in the nuke boxes is a little bit more difficult. I'm going to put their feed on at the end. I'm going to go ahead and move this. So really not much going on with this one. It's a perfect size for a nuke. I'm happy with that because I only got one more deep left. And then my reserve deep for shakedown swarms, which I don't want to use unless I have to. So now let's check out Zero. So Zero was the hive body catch, Memorial Day weekend. Probably about 2.5 weeks. I would like to go in 3 weeks, so I'm a couple days early. But I'm here. They did drink one whole syrup and got a refill the night I delivered this one. Can't remember how many frames I donated. It looks like they got at least 4 dead out frames. Hive inspections are going to start becoming trickier with the lack of space. Okay, they got 2 donated frame, or I'm sorry, 2 frames to work, at least. My smoker went out. Actually gotta go and get more smoker fuel. That, hopefully you could see at the top, the rainbow, all that capped honey. That's interesting. So trap 3 is currently being scouted and is already caught once. I'll be there later today. That is a trap to the north. Cap brood. Cap brood. As I've said, hey, my smoker came back. Do not need to see any more. Unless you're replacing the queen. Concerned that the colony's not queen right. I guess marking her. Or anything else that you would want to do with the queen. You don't need to find her. Especially with a swarm, right? So they had no eggs. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna try and switch it up a little bit. Just because they're drawing out one of these frames. A little too proud. They're going to be ready for a deep. Our next visit, which our next visit is going to be pulling honey supers. I am going to check the supers today. See if anybody needs any more added. Everything's been 9 frame spaced. They still have some comb to draw, so we'll let them keep their sugar syrup. A couple ants. As I've said before, not an issue, as long as they're not in the living space. They might be an issue for this one though, that little one. The lid needs some sealing by them. So 0, looking good. Very pleased. Trap 3, caught a couple weeks ago, or no, I'm sorry, not even. This was the biggest swarm we've caught of the year. All the swarms have been small. I do not know why. So early in the season to be getting these small swarms. One of the things I forgot to mention with the nuke down there, that's gonna need some rubber bands, is small swarms are cast-off swarms, secondary swarms typically. And more times than not, they come with a virgin queen, which still needs to be mated, and that takes time. Not bad. I apologize for not knowing the catch date exactly. Just a dry comb. Not seeing any eggs. You know, I like to see evidence of the queen. But you can also sense evidence of the queen by the way they're acting. They're really calm and nice. Good bees. This one came with a lot of drones. Interesting. They are bringing in pollen. I forgot to give the last one a pollen patty. I will go back and do that. Lots of nectar. They're already capping at the top. All right, so we knew we were going in this one a little early to see anything. I'm not gonna push my luck. I don't like that I have to use rubber bands. But if I want to try and salvage this comb, I have to. So, much better. Like I said, they'll fix it up. Then the rubber bands will come off. It'll have some poorly drawn cells and stuff where the rubber bands were, but I think I put that in the wrong spot. This was their bait comb frame. All right, no, I'm just making mistakes. I don't want to slide a frame down in where I have any suspicion the queen could be. That's called rolling your queen, or the potential of rolling your queen. injuring her or killing her in a brand new colony. So you want to put your pollen patty, it's a ½ pound roughly. Hive Alive. I do sell it, I have sold it. For your normal colonies, it's not needed right now, I believe. I do have a lot of concerns about the weather though. And the lack of rain. That's supposed to maybe change tonight. Or we're gonna have no goldenrod this year. If you're a beekeeper and you're in this area, buy your sugar now. Alright, so yeah, we don't have anything other than temperament on this one as far as confirmation that there's a queen in there. You can see there's pollen on the entrance going in. So yeah, to be expected. It's still very, very new. Now I'm gonna get that pollen patty in 0, and I hope your bees are well. If you're not catching bees, I hope you are. Let's get out there and catch some bees. Thanks for watching.